Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know that a lot of you found me and my channel through my reaction to Jackpot Juicer that you can find over here, somewhere over here, wherever I put it, over here. I made that in the summer of 2022 when Jackpot Juicer had just come out. And at the time, there was a lot of drama surrounding Tilian and Dance Gavin Dance for allegation reasons, right? At this time, there was a lot going on right before Jackpot Juicer came out. Unfortunately, in April of the same year, Tim Ferrick, their bassist, passed away, and that was really hard on them. Obviously, when you have a member of a band that has been with you for a very long time, Tim had joined the band in 2009. So he wasn't a founding member, but it's very clear that they had been friends with Tim for a very long time. So when he passed in 2022, it's going to be a tough pill to swallow as a band together. Now, this was just the beginning of their unraveling together as a band. Unfortunately, in June of the same year, there were allegations posted to the Dance Gavin Dance subreddit on June 1st. And this began a kind of like a downhill moment for Dance Gavin Dance. Now, if you know about Dance Gavin Dance, their history is kind of marred with multiple situations where they needed to replace their lead singer. This moment is no different. It feels like this is the culmination of a whole decade just coming to a head. Because I'm not going to say that Tilian was a bad addition to Dance Gavin Dance. He wasn't. It would be a lie, a blatant lie, to say that Tilian was not a good addition and he didn't bring good things to this band. He did. The Tilian era is probably one of the most consistent eras of Dance Gavin Dance. Most people are going to remember it. A lot of fans hopped on board during this era. So, of course, when this news broke, it exploded the subreddit. People were in mutiny against each other. It was a civil war, if you will. So, after these allegations dropped, everyone was waiting to see what the reaction was going to be from the band. Okay, we know that everyone who heard about these allegations, most of them were on a witch hunt. They just wanted to cancel Tilian because of what was alleged. Now, I personally was one of those people who was like, okay, we are going to wait, see if any evidence comes out, see if Tilian corroborates any of these accounts, see what the band thinks ultimately, and whether or not he's gonna stay in the band, right? I wanted to wait and see what happens. Now, it kind of snowballed immediately because the first allegation, I believe, was posted on June 1st, and 2 days later, the announcement was posted about Tilian taking a hiatus from the group. Now, I wanted to read this statement because I found it to be very polarizing for the community. You either took this and were like, okay, that's great, he's gonna go to rehab, he's gonna get some help. A lot of people took this as Dance Gavin Dance not willing to admit that harm was caused here and something bad, something really insidious was happening here. That's what a lot of people felt. So let's read the statement real quick. So this was posted to their Instagram on June 3rd. It reads, "The recent allegations against Tilian are something we take very seriously, and we have been in deep discussion regarding the appropriate action. Effective immediately, Tilian will be stepping away from the band in order to seek professional help. John, Will, Matt, and Andrew will continue on with all currently scheduled tours. The band will also be proceeding with the release of Jackpot Juicer as planned. We all worked incredibly hard on this album, and it is also the last recorded body of work from Tim. We want to be sure we give it the full release attention that it deserves to honor his legacy. We know that this is a very upsetting and trying situation for all those affected. We ask people to please be as understanding as possible while everyone works through this. We appreciate you as always. Love, Matt, Will, John, and Andrew." Now, this received a lot of hate. Notably, it's because the validity of the allegations weren't really, they didn't say, we believe the victims. And that is one thing that I noticed when I was reading through all of the subreddits statements about this statement. A lot of people were upset that Dance Gavin Dance didn't outright say, yes, Tilian is a predator, or he is what y'all are alleging. And in my opinion, this is just a PR statement, obviously to prevent any legal trouble, any legal ramifications of what may happen as a result of this. I'm pretty sure that in order to protect a band who has label commitments, and they have tours that they need to complete, they have albums they need to complete, there's a lot that they need to commit to as a band. And if Tilian were to fuck up somehow, it could really ruin the band, depending on how they respond to these allegations, right? So after this, Tilian just goes on hiatus, right? He just goes radio silent. Now, one thing that was really sad post all of the allegations, the letting go of Tilian momentarily, it was really sad that they were going to go on a tour with Coheed and Cambria. Now, all of us in the scene, we know who Coheed and Cambria is. If you are a prog rock, any type of rock fan, you know who Coheed and Cambria is. They were going to go on this really big tour with Coheed for their next tour. Unfortunately, 5 days after the allegations dropped, they were also dropped from that Coheed tour. This would have been such an amazing opportunity for Dance Gavin Dance, and it was a really sad time for them. It felt like this 10th studio album was really important. It was a very important release. It was a very important and peak. It was a peak career moment for them. And suddenly it was taken from them because of the actions of one of their members. So of course tensions were going to arise. This is just, come on. We knew that this was going to happen. Anyway, they still released Jackpot Juicer on July 29th of 2022. That still happened, and it was a great release. I loved the album. You guys know I reacted to it. I fucking love that album. One thing that definitely did sour the release was this entire thing happening. I think that a lot of fans felt conflicted in this time because sexual assault, stories of that nature, they're obviously very sensitive. And yes, allegations are just allegations. There was one of the allegations that you could tell was not a valid allegation, but there was another one that definitely was a valid allegation. And Tilian also responded to corroborate that it was something that happened. So yes, he did post apologizing to that girl about what happened. That does not mean that it wasn't a thing that happened. He is going to double down and say, I don't think it was non-consensual. I was there. I do feel for her experience, but I stand by the fact that it was all consensual. We were not in the room. We don't know. But I do have to say it kind of tainted my image of him, and it tainted a lot of people's images of him because 2 years later he's not in the band anymore, and we can speculate, we can really speculate a lot of things about what actually happened, right? We don't know what actually happened, but Dance Gavin Dance released a statement. I'm going to read the statement real quick in case you haven't heard about it. It reads, Dance Gavin Dance has always attempted to reconcile situations internally, but after much consideration, we have, as a collective, decided to say farewell to our longtime friend and member, Tilian. We wish him luck along with our support and respect for his future endeavors in music and life. We thank him for his years of friendship and contribution during his time in Dance Gavin Dance. As people grow and change, creative differences can arise and life paths and goals may no longer align. We want to thank you for your support over the past 2 decades. It's been 2 decades. I'm so old. Okay. We're truly grateful that we can continue to play music as a career, and we are excited to move forward with this new era for the band. this has had the DGD fucking subreddit on fire since this came out. This was posted on April 15th of this year. It's crazy because even after his hiatus, he was allowed back into the band. They did do a tour after that. But it seems as though there's a lot that happened behind the scenes, mostly of the creative variety, that was not allowing them to move forward. I also think that there's a part of them that is saying nice things just to kind of skirt under the radar in terms of Tilian's reputation, right? I don't think that they want to destroy his reputation at all. And I do appreciate them for that. I think that in large part, the grieving portion of his substance abuse, it really muddied the waters because sure, maybe he was a shitty person before this. I don't know. I couldn't say that with certainty. But it seems like the death of Tim really pushed him in a bad direction. He wasn't dealing with it in a fruitful way. It was honestly for the detriment of him and the band. So I think a large part of them wants to sympathize with him and say, look, I understand what you've been through. We've all been through it. But if you're gonna continue to conduct yourself in this way, maybe you shouldn't be a part of this band. Now, it's interesting that Tilian had a post of his own. They obviously were linking these two posts so that it can look like they ended things on the most amicable level that they could have. This is as good as they could do considering the situation. And they had been in each other's lives for the past 12 years. It's really hard to end things at that point. There are 2 singles that have been released after this breakup, or this conscious uncoupling. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh about this. It feels like this has been a long time coming. The fan base, for the most part, has been divided into what I call the founding fan base, which has been around since the early days when things were a lot heavier. There's an easy divide between people who only joined after the Tilian era and people that have been around since what I say is Royal Ocean times. So what these 2 singles have done, from what I've seen, is kind of cater more towards the people that love the heavy, because these songs are way heavier. I haven't listened to them yet. I heard a snippet from an Instagram clip. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this into a discussion of sorts / reaction. So yeah, I have hopes for this new era for Dance Gavin Dance, because if we're gonna highlight John Mess, girl, I'm in there. That is, hello, I'm all for it. And we love Andrew. Andrew is a great vocalist. I think that he's a great fit for the band. And yeah, with no further ado, let's just fucking get into the reaction. Okay, hopefully the audio syncs up and works on this. Also, I love this new trend of bands putting out 2 singles at the same time. I fucking love that shit. The home team just did Roommates / Overtime, and Dance Gavin Dance is doing Speed Demon and Straight from the Heart. I love that shit. Give me some more. So let's get this shit started. I don't know what I'm expecting, but hopefully it scratches all them itches. Yes. Yeah. Okay. See, I don't want to blow my load too soon, but this is exactly what I've been wanting from Dance Gavin Dance for a long time. So I'm excited. Yes. Okay, the guitars in the background, bro. Fuck, I love it. I know it's all about to change. Separate my carnal mind from the. Wait a second. I think I just realized something. Okay, who? Does anyone else think that this is like supposed to be Tilian? Oh, is that Sergio? Sergio in the ice cream truck? Hell yeah. Dude, I'm kind of getting goosebumps here. This feels like it's totally new, but it feels like a coming home like type thing. Which, listen, I'm not hating on Tilian, okay? He did amazing in his time in Dance Gavin Dance. I thought that he was the last era that we were gonna have of Dance Gavin Dance. And you know what? Things change. And I'm happy to see that they're growing and they're still willing to reinvent themselves so many times over. This is just a return to form for me. It feels like they're really trying to just continue. I'm excited to see what the next album sounds like. Hey, rock solid, rock solid. Are you guys gonna do a Kurt feature? Can y'all do a Kurt feature, please? Okay, I'm sorry. I get pity from the nation's stone. I found my soul in a flame. Turn in my dreams. It's out of me. I'm counting you up if I'm brave enough. I think I'm a better way. I'm counting the top where I made it up. This is definitely giving secret band, which, listen, of course, it's John Mess. That's John's side project. We know. I've always wanted him to be in more of a forefront position, and this is what that's given. I love it. Thank you for giving us what we want. Things that I never said. Take all my bones, burn me up, devour my light, light me up like a wildfire. Let it burn, let it burn. Take. Yes, this little section, I love it. Everything that I said and think it over. Tell everyone that I'm dead and give them closure. Then tear apart all I am until I don't exist. So feed me to the abyss. Feed me to the abyss. Yeah. Speak demon when you smash the gas. You know God always gets the last laugh. See Dude, I just have a lot of feelings right now, okay? It literally feels like they're doing something that they've been wanting to do for a long time, and the heavy on the creative differences portion, because maybe this is just me assuming, but a lot of people felt like they had stagnated in terms of like innovating when it comes to the band and new music. It felt like they had found such a comfort in the groove with Tilian that there were a lot of things that they wanted to do that they couldn't do with Tilian. And that's fair. I think that it is really hard to have a creative project with other people. We're all different. Every mind is a universe, and we all have different ideas as to what would make the perfect album or band or next era, if you will. It's possible that they wanted to go in this direction, and Tilian wasn't with it, and that's okay. At the end of the day, as long as there's mutual respect across the board, I don't think that there's a problem with this music video. Interpret it however you want. It could be Tilian, it could be the machine, it could be the mainstream machine, promotion machine, whatever. In my head, it's kind of like Tilian, but I'm not going to outright say that. All right, let's go on to the next part. I think this one is straight from the heart. Hello, Daddy Dola. Wait a second. Okay, I'm really starting to lean towards Gabi being Tilian. Just because of the articles. Okay, the gobbler. You know what? Let me shut the fuck up and stop assuming. This is why fan bases have the problem that they have. Maybe shut the fuck up before we have actual confirmation of what is happening. Okay. I'm not burning up, fade away. Time to shine brighter. I've always been a fighter. On your way down, give me a wave. No, the fall is bitter. You've always been a quitter. I'm at the top of my game. You should have more of the same. Quit blaming, sick of all the complaining. Bro, I really don't want to be that person who causes drama, but like, Gobs, give us a new room tour. Like, that was happening on social media. You know what? Shut up. You lazy fucks are the worst. Dude, I'm gonna have to do like a lyrical analysis after this, because are these songs just... Okay. Feels like reversion for me. Poison for free. I hear my stomach calling. Creme brulee. All I wanted was a bucket of nuggets and then a bride and a British shake. Matt motherfucking Mingus. This section, great. My sins are all forgiven. I'm building maps with gritty. Prayed up Mark Wahlberg of the scene. I'm stacking pins and songs, cause it takes my pain away. I let the light flow through my bones. I'm like a tree in earthquake. God, I love John Mess. I'm really enjoying this. I am very much enjoying this. I feel my heart show up. Now the spirit is claiming everything in the beat. intervention. Bro. I feel like you guys are playing in my face right now.
Devil's waiting for the seas to part. I heard their sermon and he's burning, and they ain't that smart. I'll take a little rest, feeling blessed, straight from the heart. If they keep fucking around, I won't be down. You live in the ground, you don't deserve this art. You don't deserve that. All alone in a room with the doom, stuck a doom in a room with the doom, stuck a doom. You couldn't make it stop. You couldn't make it all alone in a room with the doom, stuck a doom. You couldn't make it stop. You couldn't make it stop.
Hell yeah. Oh man, that was great. That was a lot of fun. You see, this is what has been missing. I love this, like, goofy, very just out there version of them. I'm enjoying it. All right, so that was the newest 2 singles. And this is the new Dance Gavin Dance. Every few years, there's a reinvention. We should just be used to it by now, but we're not. I'm not gonna lie, this reminds me a lot of, I would say the first Dance Gavin Dance with Tilian. I believe it was Instant Gratification. It was like you were starting to see the foundations of a brand new era beginning, and yeah, it may not have fully been there. It was a little shaky, but I can see where they're gonna go, and I'm really excited. So if you got anything to say down in the comments, please do. This was more of an off the cuff video. If you guys want like a fully researched history of Dance Gavin Dance, I could definitely do that. I just need to know if there's people that even want it. I just be doing shit and posting it depending on how I be feeling. So I felt like it was finally time to address the changes that are happening, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. I wish Tilian the best with his future endeavors, and I might not be listening because I personally am not a fan of the Tilian solo stuff. Never been my jam, but if he does eventually join a band, I'm gonna be there. He's a talented dude. People fuck up. I'm not saying that what he did was fine, but he did apologize. He went through his things and he's married now, so hopefully things continue to improve for him. People can change. We just need to give them the opportunity to. And if they take it and don't change, well, that's on them, right? Anyway, thank you for watching. Sub if you want to sub. I'll probably be doing a reaction of this when it does come out, and we'll be doing a reaction to the Home Team's new album when that comes out. I have a lot of raw footage from when I was listening to the Home Team, and for whatever reason I didn't edit it together and put it up because I just felt like no one would care about that. But let me know down below if you care. I'll put it together and I'll put it up. Thank you. Bye.